All right, everybody, welcome to Top's Daily Grind. This is episode number 157. We are getting up there.
Can we say this is the first one?
Yeah, this is the first
This is the first episode. This is the first. Ready to let's do this. You know, I feel
this is going to be the first good episode of the year.
I feel ready.
Yeah, you know what?
I feel ready to go.
Right. That sounds about right.
Has it been a good week? I think it has. Let me mute this thing too.
Oh my god!
No, like
it has been. You know what? I look at my bank account and it's sort of steady.
It's nice.
So, yeah, it is nice. It is nice.
Yeah.
I'm getting stuff done, so that's cool.
Dude, I feel like I've been like so productive. You know.
Yeah.
No, like no,
Me too.
Yeah, not just because I feel like we're gonna get into a rhythm and it's gonna get going. Just kidding.
I feel like I am, like I've been very productive, but I'm still like impossibly behind.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to catch up on. I mean, I'm getting there, but man, it just doesn't feel like I'm ever gonna quite make it.
You'll be fine.
We'll see.
How's the
A couple of weeks, you'll be okay.
How's the chamba going over there? How's the
storefront?
The store, yeah.
So we just started that. You know, Chad is like, what else do you want me to help you with? There's some stuff here. I'm like, you know what? Fuck, Chad. I'm like, start breaking down walls. I want to get a clearer picture on what we do over there.
Did you tell him which walls to break down though? He's not
I
gonna,
did.
He's not gonna be like, you gotta be over there. And
I took like the first hammer, fucking
Put like a
blast
big
to it.
X on each wall that's coming down.
No, I just told him this one, and then I hit the other one with the hammer. I'm like, in this one.
We should have done the podcast over there.
We should have.
We could do it next time. Next time we can do it.
It'll be really echoey. Will it be echoey with these headsets or not so much?
Probably.
Yeah,
It'll be fun though.
we'll do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one episode. They can deal with it.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
It'll be part of the ambiance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we can.
That'd
You
be
know
cool.
what? By the next one, we could probably fucking do it outside somewhere. It'll be nice.
Oh, it's
Weather's
finally starting to
change.
get warm.
Yeah. Have we ever done one golfing? Let's do one walking and golfing. Is it? Can we?
We could if we
We just need a cart for the podcast equipment.
if we set it up somehow.
We won't get in trouble. We're doing it for work.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I sound like John right now.
Can you move your cup to
it won't, that
like
won't be
over
expensive
over here?
enough.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect right there.
If it costs a lot more, then
We replaced him with 2 cups.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we need to start doing stuff for that divot tool.
Yeah, we need to start pushing that divot tool.
That and have we got word on the Jeep? We haven't heard.
Yeah,
about the
we're
Jeep.
actually getting the muffler in.
yeah, we're getting stuff.
Well,
I don't know.
Craig,
There's
Craig.
it's
he's been
going
dealing with that.
great.
But seriously, just getting that muffler in, everything else, it's on me. So
There's the muffler. There's some fog lights, and then the clamps for the Rhino rack clamps for the actual knives and stuff you're gonna put on the Jeep.
So hopefully we have it ready to go for Flagstaff. The plan is to take down the show trailer, and I'll pull that, and then Anna will pull. I could drive the Jeep, but it won't go to this. I don't know. I think it's going to be too slow.
Can you still pull it? Like,
Yeah, I'll throw it on a trailer, and then Anna can pull it on a truck.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I think once
That'll be probably hopefully the what do you call it, the debuting or whatever the fuck of the Jeep.
yeah.
Are you gonna put like one of those fancy cover like tarps and then unveil it to the world?
That'd be
No,
cool.
we'll do that before we leave. Let's do it. Let's do it here before we leave.
Are we gonna christen it? We're gonna break a bottle on it or something?
Like get one of those really hard ones and
Just scratch the fuck out of the fucking
scratch
wrap.
the shit out of the yakare that's like behind the mud flap.
Well, I mean, break it on the fucking metal bumper. Like
Break it on any other knife.
No, I'm not talking like break it over the actual wrap. I'm saying like you have a fucking powder coated metal bumper. Break it on that.
And
can.
the what's it called? The thing we spent days on.
That rack.
The rack.
Oh, that rack's solid. We can
That
do
bed
it on
rack.
that.
Yeah, that's true. But if you do it on the bumper in the front, then none of the glass gets in it.
True.
Easier to clean up.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that for sure.
And then,
yeah,
and then can you spray Craig with champagne or whatever? That you break that thing.
That's when you win something. That's different. That's a different thing. Because if you break the bottle, all the liquid's gone.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I think we can.
Can we get 2
What do you
bottles?
call it? What do you call it?
Christening.
Christening.
Yeah,
Because it already has a name.
that's right.
The Tops Mule. It has a name. We just need to make it official.
Yeah, we got to do the actual ceremony.
Es como bautizarlo, right?
Yeah. Are we gonna get masters of ceremony and everything?
We should.
We should have Nick be that.
Do what?
Yes.
Nick can be the master of ceremony.
Get him dressed in a monkey suit.
Why would you dress him in a monkey suit?
Well, I mean, that's what you call a tuxedo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this down
thought
here.
it was
Or
a
no,
penguin
that's a penguin suit. Fuck, it's a penguin
Yeah,
suit.
I thought it was penguin.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said a monkey suit. I don't know where I came up with that. Penguin suit, yeah.
You looked at me and then you said,
No, Leo's
you
like,
thought
what the
monkey?
fuck? And
Like,
I'm
I've never heard it. And then he's like,
I'm
yeah,
like,
you dress up
oh,
in a
yeah, it's
tuxedo.
the penguin suit. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But no, we should. We should.
Nick would make a
get him-
great master of
get him
ceremony
come in all fucking jazzed up.
because he'd be so confused.
Yeah.
Like all we have to do is just, hey Nick, you're master of ceremony,
Just rent him a tux. Don't tell him why. And just be like,
Can I
wear
say-
it this day.
and then
Can we tell him, like, we need a white kid with glasses?
we give him a script.
Like, it has to be a white kid, and there's nobody else, Nick. You're the only one here with glasses.
Yeah, because I wear glasses, but
But you're not white.
No, but, yeah. Well,
I'm white on the inside.
White-ish.
That's where it counts.
I
You're
don't
a
know. We
Coco?
have to make up with something that he's like, oh, okay, yeah. White kid, long hair, and glasses.
Yeah, we could say, look, we put a Craigslist and nobody answered, so it has to be you.
No, we tell a lot of people answer, but we decided you could be it.
Yeah, you gotta make him feel special about it.
Poor Nick. Remember when he did that e-brake thing?
And he snapped it.
He snapped his car. I love Nick, man. Nick's great. I like how his dog
wonderful.
like walks him.
Yeah.
That thing does not listen to him at
No,
all.
man.
That is not
It's
a
like-
service dog.
It's like, hey, let's go outside. Fuck you. I want to stay inside.
He had to beg it
I'm
to get into
surprised
the car at
how
lunch.
calm they are. Like, Tom has his dog under his table, and then Nick has his.
Yeah, they're calm. Yeah, they don't
even hear 'em,
They're
really.
good dogs.
Especially Nick's. That's a large dog to be sitting in a kennel for a long period of time.
That's a scary dog to be like to say. You know what?
To have Nick carrying around.
Yeah, because Nick says sit, and he's like, you know,
It just looks at him like,
like you sit,
bitch, don't tell me what to do.
you sit, good boy. That's the dog saying because the dog's a girl.
Yeah.
But I know.
What's her name? Have you guys met her?
Yeah. Speaking of dogs, how's yours?
Wonderful.
How's he doing? Is it he or she?
It's a he.
It's a he. Yeah, he's
So,
Sal.
what's his name? Sal.
salchicha.
Salchicha.
Sal pao.
Salchichon.
Sal pao.
So what? You,
How does
you
everybody
take him
call
out
you?
for walks?
I've taken him for a walk exactly one time.
Have you taken to the vet? Did they
No,
say-
I haven't,
Did they
no.
say Sal pal?
Deanie has taken him to the vet to get shots and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Sal
It is
Pal.
Deanie's dog for
Sal
sure.
pal.
Sal.
Like, even Liam's just kind of like, he's cool, but whatever. It's definitely
Like
my wife's
Bolita,
dog.
like the little poodle we have is Bolita Espinosa.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember Charlie.
We don't have any
Usually
tags
Charlie Arellano.
that have like name on it that I know of anyway.
No, they just call it that when you take them.
Yeah, they call
probably
that. That's
then,
what
yeah,
they
probably.
do. And then they're like, can I get the last name when you like take him in for
If it was
something?
me, it would be first name Sal, last name Chicha for sure. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah, it
around
has
that.
to be Mr. Chicha. You're up.
Hey, that's cool.
Mr.
man.
These are nice, Mr. Chicha. These are cool.
Do you see that? Hopefully, fucking Justin listens to this.
I'm still trying to.
They
learn how to use
they just came out with the pen too.
Phoenix did.
Phoenix did.
That's the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Justin, if you're watching this, tell us which flashlight or which pen flashlight laser combo is the best.
Look, check this out.
The Olight or the Phoenix?
Oh, he's definitely gonna say Phoenix.
Of course he is.
We can't tell because we don't have one to compare it with.
Yeah.
Hey, send us one, Justin. We'll compare them.
Absolutely.
We'll send you back the shitty one.
I'm gonna use
Probably
mine.
not.
I'm gonna use mine most at my leather table because I'll put it like in a pocket and be able to use the light when I'm sewing stuff and trying to like look inside of things. It'll be fucking handy as shit.
I like these. These are cool.
Yeah, they're nice.
Look at that.
Carlos lost his.
He lost his already.
What?
Yeah, he was in the morning when I got here. He was outside looking, and he's like, "I'm looking for money." I'm like, "Money?" He's like, "No, I'm looking for my pen."
Oh shit.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
My wife tried to steal mine, so I'm gonna have to buy her one.
Oh, I didn't even show mine because she stole that nail clipper that you got me. It's in her
Oh,
purse.
it's hers.
In her purse. She liked it because it's small.
Yeah.
That's why I liked it.
I've carried the one I've had in my pocket. I've carried that for I can't remember how many
Years. You've had that for a
Years.
long time.
Yeah, that thing's pretty cool. Hey, should we move on to some questions? And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
we'll
so-
be because we have quite a bit of them actually.
Oh, good. Good.
Should we start? Should we just do random? Should
So
it go in
how
order?
did this question
Should-
thing start? How did it tell everybody how this started?
So we did on Top's Knives and on Top's Daily Grind. We did a story and we asked you guys, hey, we're gonna do an Ask Me Anything, and let us know what you guys want us to answer. And so they did, and these are the questions that they asked.
Yeah, it's been a while since we did a Q&A type episode.
Yeah, and none of these guys are like Walter Cronkite. You know, they don't have the best questions per se,
Yeah. But they're questions.
but they're questions that
Nobody-
Yeah, so
to be fair,
if you guys are
nobody's
listening,
like-
if you guys are
no,
listening
nobody's
to this,
Walter Cronkite.
you know, follow us on social media, follow along, and things like this happen. You know, come up and happen. Things like this come up, and then this is where you know about giveaways and shit like that. So.
Yeah.
Also, anytime you can.
You know
Share
what?
our
Hold on.
stuff.
Sorry. You know what we didn't do last time? And I said almost every live we're gonna do a giveaway. We didn't do a giveaway last time.
No. So if you guys are listening,
We were gonna give away like a couple of those hats,
We were.
and we didn't do
We
it.
didn't.
we didn't do it.
So hey, on the next fucking live we do, so it'll be May live. On the May live, we're gonna have to double up on the giveaway. So
Yeah, remind us.
yep.
Yeah.
No, Jesus will remember.
Can we give one away here? Like if they comment something or no? Because it's just gonna be Justin.
No,
and
yeah.
Just Justin.
There'll be some comments.
No, it's on
We'll
the
see.
live. On the live, that way
The lives are fun.
It's fun.
Yeah, the lives are fun. And if this thing works like it's working right now, which right now it's working great, this should be a piece of cake.
Yeah, so to go back to what I was about to say before we start the questions. Last thing, and then we'll
Okay.
start questions. If you're following us on Instagram, please share our posts,
Yeah, Instagram's the
repost stuff, put it in your stories, whatever. We are running into this issue where we cannot be recommended. Nobody's going to be able to see that from there probably, but this is happening to a lot of companies in the industry, and I think a lot of companies appealed when it first popped up. The appeal went through, everything's fine. And now it's happening, I think, more quietly to people again. So if you have an account with a lot of followers or you're set up as a business account, check your account status and see if you can be recommended to others or not. This is starting to affect us quite a bit on Instagram.
I feel like doing this because it's a public service announcement.
You should. But yeah, point is, like, share our stuff, do whatever you can to kind of help people see it.
Can you tell the followers how to get to that part?
Yeah,
It's
so
pretty easy.
If you have I think it's only if you have a business type page set up.
It could be.
But I'm not sure. So from your like profile page, you're going to click on the three lines in the top right hand corner.
Yep.
You're going to scroll down. On some of them, you have to click settings first, and then you're going to scroll down to where it says account status for a business type page. It's at the bottom. You click on that, and it'll show you if you've had content that's removed, if you have problems with monetization or whatever, and then it'll say what can or can't be recommended. We have had this issue where there's like a constant rotating selection of 5 posts that were flagged for that can't get recommended. One of them was literally a picture of knife handles.
Yeah.
It said nothing about buy knives, we're selling knives. It said nothing about that. It was just handles. And it was marked as cannot be recommended because of regulated goods. So
Whatever that means, yeah.
it's an AI thing. Hopefully over time it'll get better.
That's what we're hopeful that it does.
So if you work at Instagram and you're listening to this bitch, you better get a hold of us.
Yeah, help us out because, like, seriously, I'm looking at this now. See how? Do you notice that it changed?
Yeah,
The top
'cause
one was one of the Armado.
The
That one's been
good now.
fixed now, I guess.
Yeah.
But the one that they added now is this one, which is a picture of the Fire Strike 45,
That's a cool picture too.
and it just explains what that knife is. It doesn't say anything about buying it. We're not trying to sell it, nothing like that. But we've been, it's been marked as regulated goods, so we can't be recommended.
Yep.
So they took one away, they added another one.
That's how it works. I don't know why it's they do that, but it
They're
is
probably
what it
like
is.
another knife company. Whoever's looking at that.
This is like the way to be. This is like the way to shadow ban without having to like hide it, because now they can just randomly flag posts as, oh, well, you can't be recommended because of this.
Yeah, and then they they tell you should do this, but then they don't let you do it. So
Yeah, and if we deleted or changed those posts to fix it, then another post would get flagged. It just wouldn't be the same post. Like that's the problem we're running into. So we it's almost impossible if you're not already following us on Instagram to find our page. You have to type in Tops Knives completely before we'll pull up for you.
And we'll be like the 5th after like 3 spam accounts.
Yeah.
3.
After a bunch of bullshit, you'll find us. So
Bastard.
anyway, please help us out.
So I got a question on that right now that we're touching the thing on Instagram. So, you know, I like on my personal one, I'll go and like or a video Jesus puts up or a picture, and then it says, if you support this content, like I can pay to promote your content.
Really?
I don't think I've seen that.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, so when I see it again, I'm gonna pay to promote it,
Or take a screenshot so we can see what.
or take a.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? I think I did take a screenshot.
I haven't heard of that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so the follower can pay to promote whoever company.
Almost like is it like an affiliate marketing or what?
I've
And then
seen
maybe-
I've seen like broadcast channels and like collaboration type stuff, but I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah.
I'll look for
All
it.
you did was
I
just
think-
like a post, and then it said, "Hey, do you want to do this?"
Yeah, and then
Really?
it gives you like the option, like if you follow them or you support them, you can pay to pay to advertise this post or something like that.
That's cool.
And I think I did do a screenshot on Jesus because of that.
Yeah, that'd be something to look into. It'd be pretty interesting.
Because I know all our great supporters would do it.
Yeah, please.
Absolutely.
We do have some pretty awesome supporters though.
No, we do. That's why the lives are fucking fun. I look forward to those lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll look for it.
Okay.
But I think I did do a screenshot on it.
Well,
Cool.
this
So-
has been a public service announcement brought to you. Oh fuck! I hadn't touched those buttons in a long time, so I don't know what they do anymore.
Nailed it on that one. That was good. Because you stopped talking when you did the scratch. So
Yeah.
Look like you got
Speaking of
scared.
scratch, do you know when we're gonna do the scratch and dent sale? Or can we talk about it? We can't
Leo
talk
just
about it.
looks at me like, "Oh, you haven't
They're
done
ready.
that yet?"
They're ready.
Yeah, they're ready, dude. They are.
Yeah.
We just need to do it.
Did he tell you about the hats thing?
Not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
we'll tell him.
He thinks he has figured out how to do it in a way that works.
And the hat actually just came in today.
Okay.
Nice.
I bought some like heat transfer, so you can print on it and transfer that too. So that's just one more option. But
Hell yeah.
we have
We'll
to
play
try
around.
it. Let's see.
Yeah, and then I have to look for a clean place to be able to set out everything and do them.
Probably up here, maybe.
Something. We'll figure something out. Even if I have to do it in my shop over there, where, where we did the Jeep or something. I don't know. We'll figure something
Yeah.
out.
Or the engraving room. Maybe one can do it.
Yeah, something.
Cool.
Okay, so we'll move on to
So
the
there's scratch and
questions.
dent sale coming.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the scratch and dent sale coming. He'll be good.
I mean, if you're gonna buy a knife, still buy it. Don't wait for it because it's probably not in the scratch and dent sale anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, odds are.
Right.
Odds are. Yeah. I would
or
say
probably the
that's
one
true.
you want to buy now is probably really scratched and really dented.
It's probably one of the bad
Then
ones.
you're
yeah.
not gonna want that one.
Yeah.
So I would just buy it.
At what point is it like not sellable?
If the knife would, like, say the warranty would be voided, like heat treat issues, like seriously, the majority of these knives have nothing on them. There's
So-
a scratch because of the sheath. When I went in the first time, I scratched it. And for me to reprocess and do it, it's lost. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even worth it. So I'd rather put in that scratch and dent sale. Somebody that likes to use knives and has a little fucking polished
Yeah.
scratch on the edge, they wouldn't even care.
Are there any with bad engravings?
Yes, there's some with like the numbers, like when you like the serial number has like a 3D, almost a 3D effect or like a 2D effect.
Yeah, that happens. So that happens when it gets ran twice. So the last number might not be legible.
Yeah, or there's some that got
Reprocessed.
it got moved while he was lasering, and when you put the handles, it cuts off some of the.
Oh, that's right. We have some of those too, huh?
But nothing wrong with the knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, heat treat issues, tips that are like crooked or grinds that are uneven. Every now and then, a knife will get heat treated and it'll get wavy on the edge. So like, there's like an S curve in the edge. You can't really fix that. Things like that. But those types of things we wouldn't sell in a scratch and dent.
Yeah, no.
They're just not sellable.
But yeah,
most of it is a blemish.
We're not going to sell
is,
blades that are broken, blades that are going to get somebody hurt.
Yeah,
nothing like that.
Almost everything's some kind of visual.
Or it's either
it.
knives that we took to shows, and trying to rush and get out of there, shit get banged up, and we're not going to take it to another show. That's So, yep.
Well, fair enough. Okay, so I guess we'll start the
Q&A.
Q&A. So I'll just pick one at random and
Sounds good.
Who are we going to pick on now that?
Tell me again.
Who are we going to pick on now that Yon is gone?
Oh, we're going to still pick on John. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
he didn't die.
No, he didn't die.
I think we've already shown.
But if he ever listens to this, we still haven't forgot him.
Yeah.
Jesus was thinking of getting the other chair and putting a little piece of
like a blow up doll.
I'll take the credit.
Several options. There were several options thrown out.
Yeah, there's several options. So
but I did want to bring a fucking blow up doll. It'd be nicer than the other thing.
Yeah. Blow up doll would be funny. I still think the jar of chicharron would be awesome because then we could have tacos while we're doing a podcast too.
That'd be cool. That'd suck though.
Yeah, it would suck for everybody else, but it would be awesome for us.
I finally got my dream. My dream finally came true. It's the nice chicharron. That's
no, pero tú no con la piernota de John.
Okay. So him still. Yeah, because he's still our friend.
He's alive.
Yeah, he's
alive. He's not our friend, but he's still alive. Just kidding.
Okay.
Damn.
So we'll just do all the John questions. There's 3 of them. Did you replace John? No, he's irreplaceable.
It's a blow up doll, but Jesus forgot her downstairs.
Yeah. Actually, they start Monday. Can we say that?
Yeah, absolutely.
They start. If you're listening to this the day it comes out.
Craig already had a line of people.
It happened today.
He'd been wanting to fire him forever, so he had a line of people already.
Yeah, he had 7 people.
Yeah,
already.
we had a lot of people to choose from. It was
30-something people?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
No, it was 20-something.
Oh, sorry. Not 30, it's 27.
But that was just people that applied. There were other people that we had in mind too.
Okay.
Yeah, but
we'll see.
We had a lot of options.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
They were all better.
That's fucked up, dude. Okay, another one. Boom.
Just kidding.
Okay, I'm not picking. Okay. This is what it said, so, I mean, it's open to interpretation, I guess. How to make a perfect sharpening from scratch. I'm a big fan of your work from Brazil. So maybe in the translation something got lost.
Perfect.
How to make a perfect sharpening.
So how to make it perfectly sharp. If you go to Burger King website,
you order one of those giant machines.
Yeah. I just bought. You know what? Actually, that you're talking about sharpening at the shows, the overland shows we do or any outdoor shows we do, we're going to be sharpening on the spot now, right? So yeah. So we'll have a grinder. Yeah,
that's
cool. I just bought a grinder and I just had to set it up. I got it ready to go.
You're gonna be doing it?
Yeah, and then I'll probably teach Craig, and then.
I kind of know how to sharpen. I'm getting there.
Yeah, he's sharpened some before.
Yeah, so
it's on those grinders though. It's
I know. So if you own a top knife, and if it's a top knife, and you come to the booth, sharpen it for free. But if it's somebody else's, then we'll figure something out. But
yeah,
can you stop playing with my leg, dude?
My bad.
But
sorry.
So okay, going back to his question, how to make a sharp knife. I don't, depends on what you have. But if you have like a whetstone, try to keep a 25, 27 degree angle. Do a backstroke instead of forward.
It just depends on who you are. Everybody does it different. Everybody does it different.
That was for Craig.
Absolutely, it was.
You do it different or what?
Yeah, he does. He goes forward.
He's left-handed. It's okay.
Still forward.
Different strokes for different folks.
Do
Okay.
You think we answer that question though?
No,
to the best of our ability.
I guess it depends.
It's tough. Go ahead.
It depends if they're asking, like when they say sharpen from scratch. It's translation, obviously, from Portuguese to English. But when they say that, are they saying like a knife that has just been made and not sharpened yet? We don't know. If that's the case, then yeah, you're going to want a grinder. If not, you're going to need like a really aggressive sharpening stone, something with a very low grit that is rough because you're going to spend a lot of time trying to get an edge on something that doesn't already have one.
But if you have the means to get a grinder, personally, what I would say is get a 2x72 grinder with the reverse belt going away from you, and try to keep it even. Try to put your belt, your grinder at a 25, I would say 26-degree angle, and then practice.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it with the whetstone, again, whetstone is probably the best, and then if you have, access to like work sharp and stuff like that, then they have a lot of options.
I think the most important thing when, like, if you're sharpening a home, the most important thing is get your edge the same angle on each side. If you get the same angle on each side, it's going to stay sharper longer. It's going to feel sharper. It's just everything works better when your edge is even. If you have use a
Sharpie, that Sharpie method works like a charm. And I know a lot of people have been using it, but that's how I started, is to make sure that I was hitting the same grind. So
explain the Sharpie method.
So on the Sharpie method, once you feel like you got on the right edge, before you do like the final passes, you put Sharpie all along your edge on both sides, and then you go back and hit it, and then you'll see if you're keeping your same angle, because of course what you grind will grind off the Sharpie, and when you don't touch, you'll leave black on it, and so that's
we'll have to make a video.
Yeah,
we're gonna make a video
so you can see if your angle is too steep or too shallow.
Yeah, too steep, too shallow. Sometimes you want to avoid like double grind lanes, because that's not gonna make it sharp.
Yeah, I think the thing that was the hardest for me is going one direction. I feel like I had the same angle every time, but coming back the other direction is where, like, from on the other side of the edge, that's where I felt like I was messing it up. Like, I was getting edges that weren't the same on each side. Like, one side was a little bit off from the other, and I just never could.
And one thing that I could throw in there, if you do three passes on one side, do 3 passes on the other side. Some people think it's already the same. It's not. That little bit of a difference will give you a fucking screwdriver. So, but.
Yeah. Sharpening it's always a tough question because it depends on what you have and what you already know how to do.
And everybody has a different meaning of sharp.
Yeah, it's true too.
So, my brother Javi's been sharpening down in Ensenada. We got him a grinder down there, and so. It's crazy that he's been telling me these stories that he goes to restaurants and sharpens. And some of the guys, they're like, don't make it too sharp because my girls will cut themselves and then they're going to be down for a couple days.
Jeez.
So he's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, it's actually less dangerous the sharper it is.
Exactly. And that's what my brother tells him. Like,
as much pressure.
Like, you put so much pressure in, you slide, and you're going to stab that fucking thing in you deep. Instead of sliding, cutting yourself, clean cut, wash it, clean it, put a Band-Aid, and you're good.
Yeah.
And you're not going to do it again. You're going to be careful. But people are more worried about how much downtime the girls or people are going to have doing it. So they're like, don't make it so sharp. What the fuck? So
my wife is the same way. Yeah. So like we have.
So you make your knives not so sharp.
So in my kitchen, we have the set of kitchen knives that we bought when we got married, which is a cheap piece of shit set of kitchen knives.
If you would have fucking met me, I would have got you a nice piece of fucking.
I know, it would have been great. And then I have my knives in the kitchen. I got 2 Frog Market specials. I've got one of the fillet knives. I've got a XXX dicer. And I've got one of the other.
Andas llevando los cuchillos.
I got a bunch. No, it's así. No, but those ones, I keep them sharp. And the other ones, I'll sharpen them. And she always is like scared after I sharpen them. And she's like, well, yeah, but I'm going to cut myself. I'm like, no, you're not. Because you're holding the knife the right way. You're not going to cut yourself. Like, just do it right. And you'll never want them dull again.
Yeah.
And I just can't convince her. I can't convince her. So on one hand, it's cool because she doesn't touch my knives. On the other hand, it sucks because the other kitchen knives are always dull, and she likes it that way. It's annoying.
You get used to it too. Like if, for example, like my wife, she'll cut onions on her hand. If it's too sharp, she'll go through. Like
especially if she's
not used to it.
Yeah, because again, it depends on how you're used to doing it. You're the most, But
if you're listening to this show and not watching, the sound effects make a lot of sense.
We're just dicing up onions.
Yeah. if you listen carefully, is long
dicey,
ways, and then
yeah.
is
in your hand.
opposite.
Yeah, yeah. But like Deanie won't. She won't. She knows not to put my knives in the sink. She knows not to put them in the dishwasher, or especially not in the dishwasher, but not even in the dish drainer, because like that's what she does with the other ones. It bugs me so much.
Anna likes sharp knives. She loves sharp knives, but every time she washes them, she just fucking throws them in the fucking thing.
Man.
I'm like, how the fuck you can't keep them sharp like that? And he's like, well, then they're pieces of shit. I'm like, no, you're fucking hitting them metal against metal and fucking everything on top of it and pans and shit on top of them. I'm like, you're fucking them up. We're always fighting for the knives.
Yeah, same thing happens with Deanie. That's why our other kitchen knives are always dull, because she'll wash them. She'll just kind of toss them in the sink like everything else. She'll put them in the dish drainer like everything else. And so, like, we'll have kitchen knives with butter knives and forks and spoons, and it's like, stop doing that. Like,
I sharpen.
I just
so
barely
I have
sharpen
those.
those.
What are
you
those
know,
fucking knives called? The ones I have.
the shoon?
The shoe knives. So
Yeah.
I have a set of those, and so I was the other day I touch them and they're dull. They are, and so I get the fucking work sharp out and I'm like, I'm gonna put an edge on these, and I do one, and then I'm like, oh, let me see that. I'm gonna start making the food. So I give it to her, and then I start talking. I don't know what I'm doing with Leon, and then she finish. I'm like, I just fucking sharpened that. Like, okay. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking spend my day fucking here sharpening knives if you can keep fucking throwing them in there. I'm like, and then I just sharpened that one, and then the other one with that fucking what do you call that?
Just like that steel, just
That
the kitchen
steel
steel thing.
Yeah,
The steel rods.
yeah. We call it. It's called a chita.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So
I have a ceramic one of those in my kitchen.
Whenever I see people do that, it looks so cool doing it. But
yeah, like my primo.
Fuck 'em,
they've been carniceros their whole life, and they got. They
But
fucking get
this is what I don't get though. Like I see it, like you're supposed to do that and then wipe it on something, right? Because I've seen them do it and then they just cut me. Like, doesn't it have that metal
So
shavings
you do.
you need iron. though,
Mainly
I
anything
guess.
you do that, and then you wipe it down or wash it.
Yeah.
And then some people would hit on leather, but when you're cutting meat, you want that little serrated edge almost, and it's really fine serrated edge that fucking you slice through meat like no other.
Yeah, you should at least wipe it off with a rag or something.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to strap it.
It does
with
have
leather,
burr on it.
But yeah, you'll get some of that just
Metal shavings. In
yeah,
your
like
meat.
metal dust almost.
Like when one night of grinding, I have fucking plenty of fucking dust in my fucking lungs.
Yeah, probably.
Have you ever gotten checked for iron?
I'm probably full of it. This right here is iron.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
So hopefully we answer your knife.
yeah.
Your sharpening
If
question.
not,
I'm not sure.
how do you say disculpa in Portuguese? Disculpa. That's
Close.
Lo siento, I don't know.
Lo siento. Lo siento mucho. Okay. Sorry. I don't know Portuguese. Bruce on. Okay, here we go. Next question. So
Pointed at what he was looking at.
I did. I fucking nailed it. Okay, fine.
As soon as just close his eyes like this one.
Oh man.
And he has his pen on
So
it.
yeah, because I'm writing down the timestamps.
Oh man.
Any news on the night spike? Two people asked that.
Which one's that?
That's the
throwing
throwing
knife?
knife. Yeah.
You know what? That is coming. That is coming very soon. And I actually have another design for that throwing knife. So when we open up that storefront, this is just a little inside conversation we've been having. But we're thinking of putting 3 lanes for throwing in there.
That'd be cool.
And so
You're also gonna have a sharpening service, right?
yeah, sharpening, camo, serrations, and we'll see what else we can do in there. But there's going to be a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, we're already set up as a dealer with a
booth.
couple of companies for like other stuff to carry.
Yep.
Aside from knives, we'll have
First
probably
aid kits,
lights, first aid
lights
kits,
for sure.
packs probably.
Yeah, no, all light is fucking badass.
Sorry, Justin.
Justin, I've never got one of his lights.
Yeah,
I
we
got
got that
one.
one, but we had to pay full price.
I did order one.
We had to pay full price twice.
Yeah,
Ouch.
and then like a couple
No, I'm
hours
just
of you
kidding.
guys' labor.
He gave us kind of not a. He didn't give us a deal. Though.
I basically traded
No, he
him
did. Did he?
something
He
for
did
a
give us a
light.
deal. It wasn't.
I traded him something for a light.
What'd you give him?
I traded him a sheath for a light.
Oh, what type of sheet?
Su funda para su cuchillo.
Una funda.
Una fundilla.
Apestosa.
Motherfuckers. Anyway, yeah.
Is that fundilla with an A?
I made him
No
a
fundillo.
sheath for one of his knives, and I traded for the flashlight.
Okay.
It's a good flashlight.
Yeah.
No, they are. I have quite
Yeah.
a few of those.
I think
I'm happy with it.
I
Yeah,
gave
no,
mine-
we'll bring them on.
I bought one and I gave it away, I think. To the person
Yeah,
that you
we'll
gave this
have-
to that lost it. Probably lost that one.
Probably
as well.
lost it, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. you want to pick one?
So, so the nice bike, yes.
Nice bike.
I
Coming.
So yeah,
still.
the night bike is coming, and I'm definitely gonna. You know what? Probably at Blade Show, I can finalize that with Jason.
Yeah, because one of the messages was, "Hey, what about the night bike?" The other one seemed kind of threatening.
If you don't do the nice bike,
Yeah.
or
it was it was like that.
It was more like, "It's been 4 years." That's how I read it.
Yeah, that's probably true. It has been 4 years.
it has been,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna put something out that was not right. So
Okay.
The butterfly knife's been longer.
We should try to break a record. That'd be cool.
well, we do definitely have a record of fucking how people of knives we haven't put out.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So this is a good segue to this first one. So any interesting or weird tops designs that were never released that we can talk about? The spatula one, remember?
Yeah, so there was one. There was but that's still coming.
The spatula is still coming?
So it was yeah.
Hopefully.
it's gonna. So it was a slingshot with the folder blade on it. It was a folder slingshot, and then that slingshot you could switch out that slingshot and put a spatula or put a fucking what is the fork called, like the
Like a meat fork, basically.
fork,
like a
yeah.
two-pronged fork.
yeah, and but it was just gonna be a pain in the ass swapping out the heads. So we finally just left it with the slingshot and the folder, and that's that's coming for sure. Not made through us, but made through another company.
So
That's good. Yeah, that's a good one. Most of the other ones that don't come out are usually because of some kind of dispute between the designer and somebody else, or a lot of it's that where somebody says, "Hey, that guy didn't actually design that, I did," and we've been through that multiple times with different models here and there, and every time it ends up being a fucking problem for us that we spend our time fixing. We lose out on the sales. We lose out on the R&D and the advertising and all that shit. So I'm sorry, but anytime we get that on a knife that we're prototyping, it just gets bagged. Like, we don't even fucking waste our time.
Now before
on
we
it
do that,
anymore.
we're gonna get a fucking some kind of money down because we lose so much fucking money and time in doing shit like that. But
Yeah, I swear, almost every single year, one design, somebody comes out and says, "No, I designed that, not that guy."
and then they walk by us like they don't know us, like if it's our fucking fault.
Yeah.
They can't design a motherfucking knife.
Yeah, that fuck that shit. I'm not doing that anymore. So, but I'm sure there's some interesting ones that
But yeah.
never made it. But that's one that, like, we're just done with that. You know what I mean? It's like we are always the ones that lose out money wise on that.
But yeah, like
Leo's
pretty much
paying people
a couple knives a week that we say no to, just because either it's copying like our blade, our handle, or there's something like it, or there's just something
It's
not
just
unique
generic.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
So,
putting down a lot of them.
there's a few questions I guess that we could.
About design, like
So
how to submit a design.
I'm not sure
or
if it was talked about already, but what happened to the
Ersk?
the ERSK?
That's
That.
what happened to that. Yeah, so
Okay.
that one is a little interesting, and the thing is, like, we don't have a problem with the guy that sent us the design, and we don't have a problem with the other guy, but we're not going to get in the middle of it and solve it. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, usually
So-
what we tell them is, you guys figure it out. Once we get something in writing
From
that you guys
both
are
of
cool
you.
about, then we'll run it. But
Yeah.
That
So in this
happens.
case, the guy that sent us the design, he's saying that he designed it. It was his idea. He came up with everything. Then we got a guy that reached out to us that said, "I'm the custom maker that made that knife for him." And he says that he had most of that the guy told him kind of what he wanted, but that he's the one that basically designed it and he's the one that made it. And so now we're running into a situation where it's like, well, who really designed it? And, you know, in the end, it kind of sounds like they both did. Like the one guy, yeah, maybe it was his idea. Maybe he's the one that said, I want this, 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 and this on it. But this other guy is the one that actually drew it up and made it. So who owns that? I could see answers for both. In the end, I'd probably side more with the guy that drew it up and made it.
Yeah, I think the guy that drew it. I don't know.
Would he have done that if the other guy didn't say, hey, here's what I want?
No,
who knows?
I think the guy that had the original
idea
first. Just because
I think so too.
Just because in general it's like, for example, there's this huge fight in that in Mexico El Chapo is like huge, just like it's a huge program. I mean, it's all over the world. And so the Roberto Gomez Bolaños, the El Chavo, he made all these characters. And so Kiko, he's like, well, but I gave this character life. He's like, yeah, but I still, like, the jokes I write and like I invented it. It's my character. He's like, no, because it's like, so is Iron Man, who owns Iron Man? The guy that wrote Iron Man or Robert Downey Jr. who played him?
And I think that's that's not quite the same as this situation. I get where you're going. Yeah. I agree with that. But like with this one,
but even
the
with
guy
the knife
never
design,
actually designed it. He never actually drew anything out. He said, I want it to have these features. Well, and somebody else basically.
And that's the story that we're sort of hearing.
Yeah.
But maybe he gave him a knife drawing. We don't know.
Yeah. We don't know.
You know, we don't know because we just got stories. But maybe he's like, I gave him the knife drawing, and then he modified it to make this, and now he's calling it his. You know, I don't know.
In this case, from what I got from both of the guys, it sounded like no drawing was made until the custom guy made something.
I don't know.
That's what I was getting kind of from both of them. But that's
again, like,
and this is exactly why we stay out of it. You know what I mean?
We stay the fuck out of it so because of this reason.
How do we get to the bottom of it, and how do we say, well, I trust this guy over this guy?
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're not trying to say that either one of those guys is bad or messed up, but we're not going to make it our problem. Yeah. And it will be a problem at some point. Everybody's cool until money gets involved. And then when the one guy's like, you mean I could have got royalties on this? Now there's problems.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what happened with this. It was a dispute between the guy that brought us the design and a guy that made a custom version of it for that guy. Who designed it? I can't say definitively it was this guy or this guy, so we're out.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
That's what happened with that one. That's happened with several others. Almost once a year it happens.
Yeah, because I could say, hey, can you make me a knife that cuts well, that fits like most hands? What does that mean? Yeah,
I can do it.
We can definitely do it. Yeah, we can do it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's muddy and it's not always black. It's just not always a black and white. It's not always a simple issue. So when it's like that, we're out. It's going to cost us more in the long run than it is to just bounce from the start.
There was another one here that that kind of went with that, but it was about designs, like if we're taking new designs.
That's cool. We'll come to it.
Start from the top down. Fuck it.
Yeah. You don't have to random anymore. They're kind of random order anyway.
Will New York Phil be the new co-host? Who the fuck's New York Phil?
Mm-hmm.
New York Phil?
This was Jason asking this.
Jason?
Yeah.
Fleming?
Mm-hmm. No, watch out because he'll cut you. Don't answer him.
No, answer him because he might cut you.
I'm not gonna
He might cut you anyway.
Who's New York Phil?
Yeah, who is New York Phil?
Jason, can you fill us in?
Who's the new Phil?
Nice. Well done.
Oh, is it?
It's probably who's the new Phil.
It says, will New York Phil be the new co-host, is what it said.
Oh, New York Phil. Yeah.
You gotta look it up.
Of course he is.
I should probably spell new right.
Anyway, next one. Who is your favorite fan?
Don't tell us who asked that question.
You know who asked that question.
I don't want to know who asked that question.
Who's your favorite fan then? We all have one.
I don't know if I could pick one. don't know if I could pick one favorite. Who's your favorite fan, Leo?
I don't have a favorite fan.
I don't have any fans.
I don't have any fans. Tops has fans, but not me.
That's not true at all. So the only thing I get when I search New York Phil is the New York Philharmonic, which is an orchestra.
So who's your favorite fan?
I'm sure there's another. I'm sure there's something to that.
Can we give a political answer?
There's no favorite fans.
There's no favorite. We love all of you. That is bullshit. We all have a favorite fan.
Wow. I don't.
Is that how you answer that?
You guys are having a good time
That
over there.
sounds similar to you. To something you would say.
Something you would do.
Something you'd say.
Never done that before. No, there's all I'm getting seriously is the New York Philharmonic.
No. Yeah.
I don't know.
Of course, I didn't use your friend, but
27 messages and tell him who it is.
Dude, there's
probably.
Yeah. So who's your favorite fan?
Why are you still asking me?
Because
Why
you haven't
do
answered.
I have to answer this
Because
question?
you have to answer for all of us. Oh, that was Leo drinking.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Yeah.
I
Who
don't
do
know
you
if I
guys
could-
think our favorite fan is?
No, we got a lot of badass people that follow us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pick one. It's like, what's your favorite knife? You know,
For
I
different
just like-
reasons, right?
Yeah, for different reasons. You know,
Different people.
if you say one, then the other one's gonna cut you. I don't know.
Yeah. my favorite person to make fun of is
He's gone.
he's gone. That's true.
Next time you're eating a fucking chicharrón, you're like,
He's a fan now. He went from he's a fan now. He's not a fan.
oh fuck, no, he's not a fan.
No.
You think he'll ever listen to this podcast again?
Not a chance.
John,
You have to
if you're
pay-
listening, send us a message.
You had to pay him to listen. There's no
course.
way he's gonna listen without.
Yeah, I don't know. The favorite fan thing is tough because there's a lot of people that are like super active, talk to us every week. There's always a question or a picture or something like that.
And then there's new people that come on too that
Yeah.
start getting into it.
Yeah,
and so-
Dr. Poop's moving up on the ranks though.
Or there's people that we don't talk to very often.
Yeah.
That when we do, it's like
Is that who asked us?
Old
Who's that we
friends,
said
yeah.
that?
No. Who's your favorite fan? That's what I asked.
Give me a flashlight and I'll
you
tell
know
him.
what? Your accent's getting better, Jesus. Are you practicing at home?
Every day.
Good.
Every day. I have to wear a fake mustache though.
I think you should grow a real one.
Because the air.
It'd only take you like a day.
the air, the way the mustache messes with the air as you talk. You know?
Yeah, by tomorrow you should have one
Yeah.
as big as his.
Just shave everything but that in the morning, and you'll have a mustache.
Have you ever let it just your mustache grow? Jesus?
There's a picture somewhere.
Let it grow. Do it.
I only,
Fit in with the trend right now.
I only took it because
You have to watch Top Gun 2 first.
No,
and then you can grow
Top
a
Gun 2
mustache.
is awesome.
Oh, you've already seen it. So
Oh,
why
yeah,
don't you have
I
a mustache?
I love Top Gun 2. I don't know,
You should.
I
try
seriously
it.
haven't watched it yet.
dude.
Everybody's doing that.
You have to watch. It's an awesome movie.
I've only heard good things. I just,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, I just haven't watched it yet.
Which one's that?
Top Gun 2?
Is that the
The new Top Gun,
Maverick?
the Maverick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
That is
movie.
badass.
That's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
I
don't know if it-
rewatched
I don't know if it's-
rewatched the old Top Gun in preparation to watch Top Gun 2, and
I
I
don't know
never
if-
watched it.
I don't know if it's as good.
Do you have that
Not seeing
Prime?
it.
Yeah, I think it's on Prime.
I have Prime.
Yeah, so it's on Prime.
It's on Prime.
Yeah,
to
not
check
not
it.
seeing it in the theaters. I don't know if it'll be as
I
good.
may have missed out not watching it in the theater.
In theaters, it was awesome.
I have a surround sound. No, you know where I watched it? Was in the fucking plane.
Oh, really?
shit!
Yeah. When we were flying.
That would have been.
I don't
let's
remember.
watch it.
I don't remember where we were coming from, but that's where I watched it.
Yeah, I can't find the picture of me with my mustache.
Just shave everything but your mustache in the morning and take a new
Yeah.
picture.
No, I don't want to.
Jesus, the next life, he's just gonna have a mustache.
Seriously, three.
You
Give
down?
give.
Jesus?
Huh?
You down? Next life, just the mustache.
No, no me dejan.
Can I call Kati?
I think for
I
real.
don't want to. My dad wants me to. Leave
I
a
think
mustache.
for real.
Your dad does?
Yeah, he wants me to.
Let's just do it.
Do a mustache. No,
Yeah, you
It
should do
looks-
it.
That'd be
looks-
badass.
that looks stupid.
No joke.
No.
Within 1 week, you would have a solid mustache.
Maybe not
a
solid.
month, he would have
Like,
a longer beard than
like
me.
we talk shit about how fast your facial hair grows, but I'm being dead serious. In a week, you'd have a solid mustache.
It'd be noticeable. I don't know, solid. I would
As
say
soon as
solid.
you just fucking shaved last night.
We're talking 2 days growth here, like maybe 3.
I did shave on Friday,
See? Oh, fuck.
but
Yeah, that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
like 3 years
2
old.
more
at
days
this.
and shave everything but your mustache, and you got a solid mustache.
maybe. I don't
You got more of a mustache than John ever had.
I'm gonna
in
pull
all
a
of his
Craig and
life.
ask for $10,000
For what was the
For
asking?
pain and suffering.
to shave it to leave
Have a
his
mustache for a
as well.
month.
Oh, have a mustache. That's right.
That was insane pricing, man.
What are you talking about?
Just a fucking mustache. You'll grow it fast too.
I know. I know, but it's not the mustache. It's all of the
Speaking-
shit I'm going to get
You're not gonna
because of
get
the
no
mustache.
Speaking of mustaches,
Okay. Oh, okay.
let's move on to the next question.
Please.
It's mustache. It's mustache. It has to do with
Adjacent?
mustache. ¿Cuándo me vuelven a invitar? Said Rod. Because he's on
Speaking
the
of mustache.
Yeah, mustache.
You must have watched Top Gun recently as well.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's bring him on
or
the next
an
one.
old 70s porn movie. Huh?
Let's bring him on next podcast.
Yeah, we can send him an invite. See if
We could do that.
Has to wear a suit.
That guy from the correction center answered me too. He said he's down.
Hey, what about Drew?
Oh, we just need to schedule him. I think that's it. We
Who's
just
that?
The
Our IT guy.
our IT guy, the server guy. Leo's like, yeah,
No, I just never heard of
Cool.
bring him on the podcast. though.
You never heard
he'd
of Drew?
be fun. I think
Drew's
he'd be
cool.
fun.
I like Drew.
I think you'd
I have
you'd
to say
loosen
that,
him
so
up.
he'll come on.
I think you would loosen him up and
Drew's cool. He
No, he's a cool dude, but
He
I
made-
just never
he-
heard of like him being or wanted to be on the podcast.
yeah.
I invited him last time. Well, I didn't invite him. I asked him. I'm like, if we invite you to a podcast, would you be down to do it? And he's like, yeah. So
So
You know what? We should bring our bro on.
I told him once, and he was kind of like, yeah, maybe, kind of no. Or Leo's
No,
bro.
I think he thought you were fucking with him.
No, I told him. I
Oh,
told him
the-
more than once I was serious.
the Yukon
Yeah, Leo's bro.
tops.
Just tell him we'll do a Yukon PD knife if he comes on a podcast.
I'm gonna tell him right now.
Yep.
Not right
While
now.
you're-
We're
while
on a
you're doing the
podcast.
next
We're on a
question.
podcast.
It's fine.
Will Black El Pioneros come out this year?
Yes.
2 people asked.
Yes, they will be.
We need to just get it done.
Yeah. Right now
Can we say we have some in
have,
stock or no?
yeah. We have
Yeah.
how many?
Yeah, we have some in
500?
stock.
No. We have some in stock.
No, we have less than 100 for sure. But
Those-
we have some in stock.
those-
we
will
have
go
we
fast.
have some very close, and we have more than 100.
But the website still says it's out of stock.
Yeah, because
Oh,
they're
I-
getting finished.
Elvia hasn't told me to turn them on yet.
Oh,
We
okay.
probably just barely got them.
So if you guys are listening to us
They
and
just
you're
barely
looking
finished
for one,
initially.
we should have some in stock here soon.
But yeah, so when you guys listen to them, they're getting very close. And then we have another method of being able to speed up the machines.
Any
Oh.
any scratch and dent pioneros?
I
I
don't,
don't think so. There might be one.
I don't
or
know.
two
I can
in
drop
there,
a
but I doubt
couple.
it.
I'll drop like 6 or 7 on the floor.
Okay, got. Oops. Clink, 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 clink.
I'll help you guys out.
Okay. Any Pical style knives in the works?
The only one that we have is the only one that we have right now is the unzipper, and we don't necessarily have any others planned at the moment.
Pical is like a backward edge.
Like a reverse edge, yeah.
I can make a couple.
So if so, they would be debuted at the earliest at 2025 SHOT Show.
Okay.
That'd be at the earliest. There's none planned at the moment, but they're pretty niche. Like some guys, they'll sell a lot of them because that's their market anyway. That's the guy they're already. That's their main client.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the things we get, especially with the unzipper, that like Craig said, perfect. A lot of people that sell them, that's their niche, and people look for that company for that reason.
Exactly.
With us, they'll come to our table, they'll grab it and be like, "Oh, if the edge was on the other side, that would have been a perfect knife." I'm like, "Motherfucker!"
And then we show them the
know?
Lioness or the Scandi Woodsman, and they're like,
"Oh yeah, but if it was
but I want
black
it
and black, then it would
yeah,
be perfect."
Yeah.
You know, and so it's tough. It's tough to to do stuff like that.
But yeah, it's a niche market, and there's guys that have that market.
Niche.
However you say it, there's guys that have that market cornered, like that make some great knives in that arena with that style.
Like, look at Bassanelli. Like, Bassanelli knives, super cool dude. But anything he makes wicked as fuck like that sells for him.
Yeah.
Big time. But people look for him like that.
Like Copa's Designs has that
Copa's
Elvia,
Designs,
sells a shitload of those.
Yep.
He's selling those like crazy. There's other guys. There's other guys that have similar stuff out there that sell, like Shiv Works. They were one of the first companies to kind of make it big with a Pical type blade, I guess modern style.
I want to see what a modern Pical looks like.
Yeah, Shiv Works is probably like the most talked about. I don't know if it was the first modern type Pical or what, but they're the ones that people kind of use as like the benchmark. When you're looking at a Pical, most people are going to talk about Shiv Works first, and then whoever else is making them after.
I'll design one tonight. This is pretty badass. Yeah.
What are some of your sliciest knives? I think people would be curious to hear about.
Slicey?
Sliciest.
So let's go thin.
Thin, high grind.
High grind.
Pasatan is going to be up there.
Oh, that Pasatan, when you put a fucking solid edge on that bitch is deadly. The fucking fillet knife. That new fillet knife.
That new fillet knife's going to be sharp as fuck, dude.
Yeah, that new fillet
You know what else? The Camp Creeks. The Camp Creeks are really slicey. When you get those sharpened right, fuck.
You know, I'm going to make a mini version of that Camp Creek Fire Edition, but for Leon for his first hunting knife.
Oh, nice. Right on. That'll be badass.
Yeah, I'm going to just miniaturize it and make it out of stainless steel or something. Damascus.
Yeah, those, I mean, they're thin and they have a high grind. That's really what you're going to get. The sliciest, you get something thin with a tall grind. The higher the grind, the slicier it's going to be.
But you know, don't underestimate like the big, thick, fucking crazy blades we have. Them motherfuckers are sharp.
Oh no, of course.
You know, and I'm not just saying like you, but like people like grab one of those fucking things and them motherfuckers are sharp. Like,
yeah, a lot of it comes down to sharpening it properly too, which we covered already. But you know, slicey. What feels like, that's the other thing. It depends on what you're used to. So if you're used to carrying around thin ass pocket knives and you buy a thicker knife, it's almost like you've got to get used to that thicker knife before it's going to feel sharp to you. Like perfect example is when you see people buy a knife and they try to cut paper with it. You can tell when they're used to like a really sharp, thin ass knife because they can slice easy with that, and they go to a different knife and they're like their angle's off. And so they go to try to cut paper and they can't do it, and it's not because the knife's not sharp, because they're doing it wrong. But no, I've seen people just like you just turn the knife a little bit too much one way or the other, and you're not cutting the paper anymore. And it's so a lot of it comes down to like technique almost, or just being used to the tool you have.
yeah.
Fair enough. Will you do lead handle pins again? Were they lead?
What?
Lead?
Do what? Lead like LED or like LEAD?
LEAD. Will you do lead handle pins again? I'm thinking it's those.
I think it's G10.
Mosaic
right?
ones. No?
We didn't do any mosaic.
Pins?
Pins
or
or
pens?
pens? Like lapicero?
Lead handle pins is what it said.
Pins with an I?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying pens.
No.
I was like, what the fuck are you, like, we didn't do,
I said pins.
you mean like a
But
pencil?
even pen, like pins.
Pins. I said
Pins.
Lead handle pins.
That's what I was saying. Is it like the mosaic pins or what?
Maybe. We'll do some. We do some of those in custom blades. If you're talking about the mosaic pins.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really want to make things out of lead because, you know, lead poisoning is a thing.
Is it a thing even if you don't need it?
Yeah, you touch it and then.
I think if you're touching it, you'll get some cross contamination. I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I don't think we've ever done anything out of lead.
Okay, moving on. When will the Wood Nymph come out?
Okay, so next releases, in no particular order necessarily, should be the new version of the Wilderness Guide, the Tundra Wolf, which was called the Denali at first, and the Lilith. Directly after those should be the Wood Nymph.
I thought that one was going to be the next one.
Which one?
I did too, but we're waiting on sheaths, and some of the other production got pushed ahead of it, just for different reasons. What was available, what was ready to make then and there, kind of thing.
Yep.
So that answers this one too, and this one, because it was the Wood Nymph and then the Tundra Wolf.
Yeah. So, in theory, I'd like to have the Lilith, the Tundra Wolf, and the Wilderness Guide all out before Blade Show. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that's what I'd like to do.
Maybe. Okay, how the heck can I remove the belt clip from my Bootlegger Ranger V1 sheath?
They're talking just a regular bootlegger, not like the V1 sheath, probably.
I'm thinking
because the V1 sheath was a nylon.
One, the first Ranger.
So if you're listening to the
bootlegger
podcast, get a hold of us and then send it in and we'll figure it out.
That's just one of those J clips.
No, sir.
I'm almost positive. It's not a rotating clip on those, is it?
No.
Oops.
Didn't you replace it for the half one?
Yeah, so it depends on what he has.
The Ranger bootlegger?
Yeah.
I think it's one of the. One of those like plastic J clip ones. Sorry for the silence here. We're just pulling up.
Somebody said, "Do you know we love your products in France?"
Appreciate it, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so unless we changed it recently, it should just be one of those J clips. So basically, you want to grab one. There's a 3/32 Allen wrench, and you're gonna need like a good pair of pliers, like a nice pair of needle nose pliers. You need to hold on to the edge nut, which is the part on the back, like on the sheath itself. You got to hold that still, because if you just use an Allen wrench, that edge nut's going to spin with it, because we use Loctite to hold them in place. So you've got to.
The new edge nuts we have actually have flats on the side that it's easy to hold them. If it's an older edge nuts, squeeze that son of a bitch and you'll get it off.
Yeah, they're a little trickier. That's harder to hold on to, but once you get a good grip on it, you can break that.
Again, if you have the
Loctite
capability of sending it in, we'll do whatever you want to do with it and send it in.
Yeah. Okay. Do you accept design submissions?
Craig accepts design submissions every day.
Do you want to take this one, or do you want me to?
You.
Okay. So we receive at least 3 to 5 design submissions a week.
And I see maybe none. Maybe one.
That's not even true at all. That is not even close to true. So
Craig's the one that fucking denies them.
We get a lot of people that will. So here's some things that are going to get denied right off the bat. If you've designed something that looks like something already on sale, like by us or by somebody else, immediately we're out. If you send us something that is somebody else's design that you have modified, we're out. Like, there's a lot of people that'll be like, oh, if you took the Steel Eagle and did this and this and this, like this drawing, then it'd be a cool knife. Like, do you want to do it? And then they think it's their design. It's like,
so
no.
let me say something right there. So we've learned the hard way, I guess, where somebody will give us a drawing on social media or email and be like, if you did this to one of your knives, it'll be really cool. If we answer, oh yeah, cool idea, thank you, they think that that's their idea already, and we better not make it or they're going to sue us. We've had that issue.
We've had that happen multiple times.
So if it's one of our designs, one of our handles, don't
do that, because we're just going to tell you no.
Yep,
So yeah, if you design something that looks like somebody else's knife, it's a no. If you take one of ours and redesign it, that's a no. If you design something generic, it's probably going to be a no. Typically, what we're looking for when we accept a design is something that is either totally unique or something that fills a hole in our lineup. So maybe we don't have a 6-inch blade that is like this. you know,
That glows in the dark.
yeah, you know, or that
my
has this
design.
type of tip or whatever. Like, for example, this year's SHOT Show, one of the ones we debuted was called the Medusa. Tell me you've seen a knife that looks like that.
Besides that company making them, I've never seen one.
Oh.
Have you seen anything like that, Jesus? No. Like that one, to me, that one was super unique. I don't think I've seen anything quite like that.
And they reached out to me personally, actually.
Yeah.
And they even sent me one of their.
They submitted a different design.
No.
First.
No. So he just said, "Hey, Leo, I want to send you one of our designs, but this is for you." And then he's like, "Is there any way that we can submit a design? We haven't tried it yet. You guys tell me what you think." And I'm like, "Yep, send the design to Craig." And then he sent me one of his designs, which I have on my table. But
Yeah, and then sent this other drawing, and he was. I think at first they were more interested in us doing the other design.
oh yeah, you're right. He
But
sent
the
like 3
more-
designs. Yep,
Yeah,
you're right.
but the more we looked at that one, the more we were just like, man, there's nothing like that. It was cool. It was like I'm digging that design. It's a cool knife, and again, not like anything else. So you don't have to get like super fantasy blade on us, but it's got to be something fairly unique. Also, please understand that Leo can design anything, and has like sketch pads in multiple places that have designs in them, and he dates everything that he draws when he draws it. And I can tell you, I don't know, at least a dozen times last year, somebody sent in a design, and Leo was like, let me show you something. Goes and grabs one of those sketch pads, shows me a knife that he designed that we haven't made, that he just has a drawing of, that looked a lot like that person's design submission. When he does that, I'm going to say no. It's going to be a no. And then if we go back and decide to make the one that Leo designed years ago, now we're going to get that same person saying, well, I sent you a design like that already. Like, believe it or not, I don't really care. Anytime that happens, I can prove to you that Leo designed it well before you sent it to us. And I've had to do that a couple times, actually. So, yes, we take design submissions, even though it sounds like after that we don't.
But it's easy. Just think about it, man. Think outside the box and come out with something.
It's not easy. It's easy for Leo. It's not easy for
It's-
most people. It's super easy for Leo. He doesn't even have to like try, basically. But for anybody else, it can be very difficult. So yes, we take design submissions, but know that we're going to be pretty picky. If we do say, yeah, you know what, we want to make this, it's going to take a long time. I mean, we've had guys that have waited like 2 years for us just to prototype something for them and show it off at SHOT Show. And the designs that end up coming out to market are guys that'll be patient and they'll be cool with that time frame, with waiting for that to happen.
And they understand that, we can't fucking make this happen in a fucking couple months.
Yeah.
It takes time.
If we didn't have already like 282 designs out there, like we'd be able to move a little quicker on designs like that. But the way we're doing things now, there's no way it's going to happen fast. So be patient, and if you get a maybe from us, it's on my list until Leo tells me to take it off. Is basically how it works.
So yes, it's easy to submit a design.
Okay.
It's so easy.
You know what might not be that easy? How to buy Elchete in India. How can you do that?
Is that from our the guy that came and did the tour here?
I don't know.
Was
Could
that from Instagram?
I think so, yeah.
It looked like Qui-Gon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the dude that came and did the tour here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool.
Good question, my man. I think he's got one, but he's probably the only one that's got one.
So come to Idaho Falls and
Yeah, buy one here.
and buy one
Come
here.
out and fucking do a storefront.
Yeah.
We're gonna have one pretty soon.
Yeah. Anyway, shout outs to him. This one made me laugh, but why don't y'all? I'm sorry, it wasn't Justin actually. That's how it is. Why don't y'all? Okay, why don't you all share photos of customers' used blades? We do.
We
We
do
do,
on
a
a
lot.
very regular basis.
Yeah,
And
especially
when
if
I
you
see
tag
them, I
us.
put them on my personal one. We do it on tops. We do
Yeah.
it.
If you tag us, they'll be in the stories. Like almost all the time. Now on Facebook, it's a little different. Like,
Facebook's not as easy to reshare stuff as Instagram is.
yeah, so that one, I mean, you can email us photos. We'll share them. But it's easier to just tag us, and then we'll just do the reshare.
Yeah, if you post, whether it's a picture, a reel, a story, whatever it is, tag us. You got to actually tag us.
Yeah.
If, like a stories especially, if you don't tag us, we can't repost it.
Yeah, and the person that asked, we've shared this stuff all the time.
Yeah, now we may not, if you're doing something every day, we may not post it every single time.
Yeah.
Because we try to have a good mix. But yeah, we try to repost and reshare stuff from our customers as often as possible.
Yeah. The next one, somebody said origin story. If you go back and listen to the first episode, we kind of get into
Listen to that episode.
Listen
Absolutely.
to it. It's a good one.
Yeah, if you haven't heard that one, you absolutely should.
Yeah. And then the last one, why is it taking so long to drop new knives?
Because Craig hasn't got to it.
Oh my God. Because to be honest with you, we're still catching up on production. I mean, we're still back ordered on Chetes. We're still back ordered on Operator 7s. We're still back ordered on Bros. I don't know, like off the top of my head.
We feel like we're getting caught up. We feel like we're getting caught up, and then we just get bombed again. So yeah. But again, we're coming up with new ways to be able to produce faster. Everything in house, everything. Not going overseas. Don't do bullshit, stupid shit like that. But we're doing everything we can in house to pick it up, and we're finally getting somewhere.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's hard. It's just the thing that's weird now that I've been noticing is like, so for the most part we've solved the problems of not being able to get material. Like that seems to be normal. I'm going to say that with a caveat, but for the most part we can get material. For the most part, we're doing okay, like employee-wise.
I'm not gonna be listening to you and be like, "Yo, really?"
Yeah, that's why I say it, for the most part. Like,
Yeah,
there's some
it's
things
tough.
that are still taking a long time. There's things that everything costs more. There's like some things are almost back to normal in terms of like time frame. Yeah, so like I say, for the most part, materials are like we're good to go there. For the most part, we're good to go employee-wise. We've had some issues just hiring people, keeping people. It's been very tricky since everything happened in 2020. But for the most part, that's getting solved. Now, what I'm seeing a lot of is we'll run like the Pionero. We'll run them, and we'll get caught up. By that, I mean we're not back ordered, but it doesn't mean that we have them in stock. And if we do have them in stock, as soon as our distributor or dealers realize that we have it in stock, they order more because now they're out of stock again. And so now we're back to either like a small back order list, or we're not back ordered, but we're also not in stock.
Let me just add to that, just what you said. So a lot of people say, "Well, why don't you just run more?" Okay, so we started from running 100 to 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000. Like, if we get into those big numbers, that means we're not doing the next popular knife or the next popular knife, and so it's hard. It's hard to do because no matter how many we make, we're still, the more we make, the more we sell, and the more something else gets pushed back. So it's tough. It's tough to it's tough to do.
It's a tough balancing act because of how many models we have. Just in general, we have, we got so many models. It's hard to keep up. Period. Let alone through the middle of a crazy pandemic and just everything getting weird. So, yeah. So that's why new models are still taking longer than normal to release. We're hoping this year to have most of that solved and kind of be like back on a normal release type schedule. Kind of back to what we were doing in 2017, 2018. So,
yeah. So if you go to our website, every day there's more and more knives that are in stocks.
Yep.
So you just have to keep checking often.
I think right now we have like 80-ish that are available on our website, let alone dealers. Like that's the other thing. If there's a knife, just because you see it on our website and it says out of stock, it doesn't mean that dealers don't have it. It means we don't have any. there may very well be some at dealers out there. Like,
And we're pushing more to dealers than our own stuff.
yeah, for sure.
So
So yeah, keep an eye out at the biggest retailers. Like we try to mention them pretty regularly, and we always miss a few. Sorry if we miss you, but you got like GP Knives, you got Blade Ops, you got Knife Center, Blade HQ, Smoky Mountain Knife Works, the Knife Connection, DLT Trading. Like there's a lot of
Midway,
Midway, Optics Planet. There's a lot of big retailers out there that do have stock of a lot of stuff. Maybe it's not always easy to find, but there's a lot of places right now that have Pioneros in stock. There might even be a couple dealers out there that have Chetes. I doubt it, but maybe. So there's just because you see it out of stock on our website doesn't mean it's out of stock everywhere. That's just us.
We need to add a button that says I'm interested in this, and contact me when it's available. And then we can get dealers or distributors to contact them.
So a lot of dealers do that. A lot of them will have a wish list or a pre-order. A lot of them have that. What we do is we have so if it's out of stock and you're looking at a knife and you click the link that says find a dealer, it'll take you to our dealer locator and help you find a dealer that way. So we've tried to do different things to make it easy for people to find them, but it doesn't always work the way you'd like it to.
And a lot of people don't want to do the homework either. A lot of people will be like, oh, they don't have it, and then they stop.
Yeah, I mean, we still get people on Instagram that'll be like, hey, what knife is that? And
says on
it literally says on the blade what knife it is.
And dealers too. If you guys see people asking about a knife and you have it in stock, just message them.
Yep.
So put a comment. Hey, we've got it. Simple comment, and then if they don't follow through, that's on them.
Yeah, or push it, or send us, or send something up, like send us a message and say, hey, we have El Shetties in stock if anybody's looking for them, and then we can do a post or something.
Yeah. I mean, tweet. Tweet. Or
is this still tweet?
Do they call it tweet still?
Or we can exit it?
I don't know.
We can X.
Yeah, we can.
You can send them an X.
We can send you I don't know what it's
That
called.
doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
No.
I don't know why he had to go and change the name. That was dumb.
I think so too. I don't know. He's trying to make it he's trying to make that into what I can't remember what the name of the social media platform in China is, but it's like integrated with their banks and it's like a whole thing. Can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, it was stupid. Twitter was a way better name.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck. I don't use it.
I guess that's a good point. I still don't use it.
Yeah. I like the idea of it, but
yeah. Any more questions?
No, that was it. That was the last one.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
When are you going to bring your dog to a podcast?
Yeah, we need to
Never.
Why?
No,
Craig, come on.
I'm not bringing that fucking dog.
We have
to work.
we have a chair for him.
Yeah,
No.
we have a chair.
No,
He
I'm not
have his
doing
own
that.
chair.
I'm not doing that.
Can you imagine him like right
He'd
there?
be a better guest than John, but I'm not doing that.
Oh,
Why?
dude?
Because I
Say
just
that.
don't know.
Shut up. Don't act like you don't like him.
Look, every time I touch that dog, he pees.
Well,
Like
stop
I
touching
can't.
him.
Every
I
time you
can't.
touch me, I pee.
I can't fucking pet the dog without him peeing on the floor.
Really?
Yeah,
That's because he gets excited, man. He loves you.
Yeah, he loves
it's
you.
not that.
It
It's fear.
Oh yeah.
Well, then stop beating
You
the
are.
shit out of
I'm
him.
not beating the shit out of
You are.
him. I am not.
You are scary.
I'm not doing shit like that to the dog.
You're
It's
a
just
scary motherfucker.
You're a big
so
scary
like
person.
what I have to do is like not pet him
Oh shit.
and let him just kind of like run around, and then eventually he'll calm down and then I can pet him. But like it's annoying as fuck. I don't. He's my wife's dog. It's not my dog. I'm not bringing my
come
wife's
on.
dog to the podcast, so
Bullshit.
it's not happening.
He's gonna be in the next family pictures.
No,
Craig,
Is he?
Bullshit.
no,
He is.
no.
Absolutely.
He was in the
Craig
pictures
is.
that Zini took for Easter.
Because he's a family.
See?
He's
a
family. He's family.
To her,
He's your fourth little baby.
fuck that. No,
Craig.
that is a dog.
Craig.
That is a dog. It is not a person.
If you guys disagree with a pet being a family member,
It's not a family
Like Craig
member.
It is a
It's
family
not part of the family.
absolutely.
And you don't have a heart.
Oh, that motherfucker's cold blooded as fuck.
Oh yeah,
It's fine with me. Yeah, like okay. It's not. Yeah, like sorry.
heartless.
I'm sorry, but it's not part of the family. It's a dog.
No, dude.
It's a dog.
No.
But speaking of, I've been thinking about this lately, and I probably just because eventually Sal's gonna die. But
Jeez.
Fuck. He's a puppy.
no, I've just been thinking about it. When I was a kid, and an animal got sick, or say it got clipped by a car, back legs are broken, whatever. Like it's gonna die. The animal's gonna die. Nowadays, everybody takes them to the vet and euthanizes them. Does anybody still take their animal out and shoot it to put it out of its misery? Is that a?
I think that'd
I
be
don't know
like
if it's
animal
legal.
cruelty.
Is that really? Is that
what is it
fucked
called?
up to do nowadays?
Cruelty.
Animal cruelty.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's legal. Is it? I mean,
Because
it should be.
when I was growing up, we would have cats all the time at my parents' house. We lived they
I
still
remember
do.
they do that with horses or cattle.
Yeah, but you can't shoot
yeah.
it just because it coughs up a fur ball.
No,
That's
of course not.
Putting it out of its misery.
Of
Because it
course,
peed on the
of
fucking
course.
floor.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna
His
take.
penis broke.
I'm not gonna take Sal out and shoot him. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is
It's against the fucking law, Craig. You can't do
my
that.
parents grew up next to this guy that had cows, and he had hay, and he had stuff like that. So there were always cats around, and we would kind of I guess feed them, and they became cats that were ours. They were outside cats.
Yeah.
They weren't. They would come in the house sometimes, but for the most part, they lived outside. And a lot of times in the winter, in St. Anthony, when it's cold as fuck, they will climb up into the vehicles
Oh,
Yeah.
on the engine block where it's still warm at night. And then in the morning, my parents would go out and start a vehicle, and the fan would fucking break the things back, and you'd see them just crawling with their front legs and their back legs just dragging behind them. My dad would take them and shoot them.
yeah.
He'd
That's
take them
better.
out to the
I think that's
junkyard and
better.
shoot them.
That's better.
Is that fucked up? Can you do that nowadays, or is
You
that
probably still can.
frowned upon?
Especially
Is
in
that-
the out
I
in
don't
the
know.
boonies.
Is the etiquette bad?
I think that's
No,
good.
I
etiquette.
think that's good
etiquette.
etiquette, but I don't know how people would take it right
As an animal
now.
fan, not lover.
Lover?
I love animals,
See?
but
Lover.
but as an animal, I don't see them as people, but I do see them as people. I give them people emotions that they don't have. But I think that's.
I talk to my dog like I
that's
talk
the
to my
best.
kids.
I think that's the best though.
The way I
if
view
they're
it,
suffering, yeah, get them out.
the way I view it, I could take it to a vet, and they can charge me to stick a needle in it, or I could take it out to a place, say my goodbyes, whatever, right? Pet the thing for the last time, and
With a
then
fucking 12 gauge.
And, no, I mean it wouldn't. It's not a violent thing, right? It's
It is violent, but it's fast.
but so is the
But it's
needle
fast,
in
but it's
the
fast.
end, right?
The needle's worse, I think.
and so
'Cause they're not-
I think
the-
that should come back to the. I don't know. I'm not gonna get it.
Personal choice.
Yeah, is that fucked up?
I don't think so.
But I'm
I don't
just
think so. I
talking
don't think it's
in
fucked up.
general.
Because I think if it were me, I think that's what I would do. I would take it out somewhere where it's just I probably wouldn't take my wife and kids. I wouldn't want them to see that.
course.
But I would take it out somewhere
As long as you do it fast.
Yeah,
somewhere where
like-
it's safe
like
and
I'm
legal
saying,
to be
like-
doing that.
Like that's cool, but if somebody like an animal lover sees that, could you get in trouble? I don't know.
Yeah, that's I guess kind of my question.
Yeah, of course.
Etiquette wise, is that okay? Because what my dad would do is he would do that. He would shoot him, and rather than leave him out, where we used to live, you could go to this area that was a junkyard, and you could shoot out there.
So if your
So-
dad ever told you, "I'm gonna take you out to the junkyard," you'd behave.
no, we would go out shooting there all the time.
Oh,
So I was for me that was a fun thing, but we would go. It's he would take him out there, he would shoot him, put him in a shoe box or whatever, bring him back home. We would bury him. He wouldn't. It's not like we would shoot him and leave him out there. It's not
Which would be
I feel
fine.
like it was
I think it would be
handled respectfully. It
fine.
wasn't
You have to be
a.
respectful.
It wasn't like he took it out
Let
there and was
the
like,
birds
"Fuck
eat
this
it.
thing."
oh, I think bury it for sure.
Well, it depends, I guess, how close you were to it.
So yeah, I don't I guess my question is one, is that still legal?
Yeah,
Can you do
I
that?
wouldn't know how to answer.
And then two, etiquette wise, is that fucked up?
I think.
Is that
I don't think it's fucked up.
I don't think it's fine. If it's in suffering, I don't think it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
because why?
I would be cool with it.
Yeah.
But is it legal that you wouldn't get fucked with? I don't know.
I think it depends. Probably in town, I think it's probably legal, but
And like I say, this is one of those things where it's the animal's gonna die. It's not oh, it's sick, I'm gonna go shoot it. It's the
I
thing
think
that I
nowadays
saw a lot as a
they're
kid.
going to
was-
require you take it to a vet. And I think that
probably.
Yeah, so why would I pay a vet to do that? That's I guess that's
Yeah.
my thing. Why would I waste the money on somebody putting a needle in it when I could do it in a way
With
that
your
I
bare
feel
teeth?
is humane and like quick.
Yeah, like I said, but it's gonna be more like what the law is, and the
Yeah.
law could be stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Like me, like
Maybe
you
it
know,
depends
oh,
on
he
the
has
state,
cancer,
too.
he's gonna die anyways. But I'm gonna go, no, fuck,
Well,
shoot him in the head,
you don't
put him down.
Damn.
Fuck it.
Okay, now we're not
Are
going
we
to
talking about people or are we talking
Yeah,
about
of
animals
course.
still? Fuck, dude.
No, but I'm saying I'm using that like
Yeah.
you know. Would you want to pay for it? Or,
Euthanasia-
what's right? What's wrong?
euthanasia's,
It's hard to say.
Yeah, I
One of
guess.
those
Okay, I
subjects.
get. I guess I get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. It's because that when I was a kid, that was totally normal, and for whatever reason, I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, rather than it being normal in my head, I was like, man, is that even legal? Like, is that?
Sal just pissed on
Would
the
people
floor.
look at it? Yeah.
His cell piss on the floor, and this is the
then his thought that came
yeah,
up.
And then I'm like,
thoughts that
babe, I
came
don't know
up.
what happened, but his back is broken. We're gonna have to. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke, everybody.
Yeah, he's gonna bring him in.
He'll bring
You'll
him
see
in
how
one of
cute
these
he is.
days.
But
You guys
anyway,
will get
yeah.
to meet him. One of these lives, we're gonna catch Craig at the right time,
No.
and one of these lives, he's gonna be here with
Yeah.
us.
What would it take for you to bring him in?
$10,000.
Fuck that. Okay, we're done.
No,
We're done for
no,
today.
I'd bring him in for less. Good job.
Oh shit.
Good job.
Okay. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We
Q&A.
look forward to doing more cool episodes. Whether
yeah,
it's
when-
outside, whether it's with other people.
But when we bring up these kind of things, ask questions. Like, you know, don't be fucking, like, ask questions that you guys really want to know, and we'll answer them.
We'll try to answer them,
them
yeah.
to the best as we can.
Yeah, Rod asked some that were kind of. We'll bring them in.
I
and
mean,
we'll have
we
them
did
answer.
say ask me anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
In his
But,
defense.
like, sometimes, like, you know.
Fair enough.
But we're going to bring in, you're going to answer them.
Yeah.
You're going to answer your own fucking questions with your mustache.
Yeah, he shaves his mustache. He's not allowed.
All right. Peace out,
Okay,
everybody.
later,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys for joining us. I need to fix this. It's way too long and loud. Jeez.
Can't you control the volume?
It doesn't do anything. On my end, it doesn't do anything. It's weird, but.